Hello everybody and welcome back to Stop the DT Monopoly. Let's go ahead and jump right in with the previous video that I did that was on the letter that DTE sent me April 24th of 2019. So in this letter, they said newer technologies have rendered old interruptible control units like the one associated with your account obsolete. Our process for interrupting service requires an AMI meter. That was the smart meter. They call it an AMI meter with the radio on to allow communication with our system under the conditions of these rates. So what they're saying is they require a smart meter with the radio on to work with the interruptible box that they mount to your home. That is what they're saying. And this was in the letter back in April, which I called bullcrap on. The interruptible disconnect is 100% separate from the actual meter. Well, the new letter came today. I've got a hard copy here. I will go ahead and post this copy on the screen in the next portion of this video, and we will compare these from April 24th, 2019 to, there's no date on this one. I think they were in such a rush to get this out, they forgot to date it. So let's go over the new letter that arrived in the mail today, August 24th, 2019. Okay, so now we have the letter that came today in the mail, and it says regarding account number, never put the account number in, cool currents equipment replacement. So I guess they're calling the interruptible air conditioning program Cool Currents now. Robert, thank you for participating in DTE's Energy Cool Currents Interruptible Air Conditioning IAC program that provides you an opportunity to save up to 17% on the cooling portion of your energy bill. This year, DTE will begin replacing its IAC equipment in your area. This will include replacing the load control device, LCD, near the meter at your home or business at no cost to you. The LCD is a separate device from the meter. See that there? The LCD, the load control device, is a separate device from the meter and allows us to cycle your air conditioning on select summer days. Didn't they just say back in April that I needed a radio on smart meter to communicate with the interruptible service for my air conditioning and try pushing a smart meter on me if I wanted to keep my discounted rate for my AC? I think DTE just painted themselves in a corner here, wouldn't you? That was the whole point of my last video, saying how they were lying about the interruptible service having to work with a certain meter. That it was garbage, like I said it was. And now they're sending out a new letter. The letter was postmarked August 22nd because it is such a short window between my last video upload about the interruptible service and then 2 days later there's a letter postmarked that's coming to my house over the interruptible service and how they're changing equipment. Now, I'll go ahead and finish reading the letter, and I'll go ahead and post the image in at the end of the video like I did on the last one for those of you that want to go ahead and read all the way through it. You do not need to be present for the LCD replacement. However, we do request that a clear path to the equipment is available free of obstructions and obstacles. Replacing the equipment will allow us to continue to offer the Cool Currents program and provide you savings. If you have questions, please visit us online at dteenergy.com/coolcurrents, where you can find more information on the Cool Currents program as well as FAQs about the equipment replacement. For further questions or concerns, please contact and their 1-800 number. So, this whole chain of events tells me I have some fans at DTE. That is why in my promo video for this video, I said we can thank DTE for this video. DTE is definitely watching my channel. And that's good. I don't care. You know, I put the channel up to expose their lies and their deceptions. And maybe somebody there will have a conscience and do what's right. I'm not betting on it, but you never know. I just thought that was quite funny. That really tickled me that I might actually have some fans over DTE. Welcome aboard, guys. How about you try doing the right thing for once? So anyway, we will go ahead and get into what else happened today. I left this morning around just before 9:40. Took off on my bike with a friend, and we met up with some other friends and did some riding around. And lo and behold, guess who shows up today? Yep, you guessed it. You guys are smart. You guys are smart. I like you. That's why you're subscribers, because you are smarter than the average bear. DTE shows up today. Don't quite know what they wanted to do. The guy that came was, luckily for him, he caught my wife and not me. So the wife has been drilled and grilled and battle tested with me about not allowing them access to anything here unless I am around. So yeah, she told the guy, not happening. You are not going in the yard. You just missed my husband by, a few minutes. Which also raises the question to me is, they never show up on the weekend, and how in the heck did they know I was gone? Could just be a coincidence, but I don't trust this company at all. I would not be surprised if they did have a way of knowing when we come and go. Just throwing that out there, especially if you have the smart meter on your house with the radios on. They can tell a lot about what's going on in that house than most people realize, but that's a whole different video. So yeah, they showed up about 10 minutes after I took off this morning to go for a ride. So the wife gave him Das Boot and sent him packing, as she should have. And it's just a shame that I missed it. I always look forward to my encounters with the DTE field techs. They're always nice people. They're just doing their jobs, but it's always fun. I always gain new information, and it's always a learning experience. So my neighbor that I was talking about in the video last week about the interruptible service, they did not receive this letter, and I do believe they have not called yet about trying to get on the interruptible service or the cool currents program as of yet. I gave them the heads up that they should try calling. Let's see what pukes out of DTE's mouth this time. Let's see how the story changed over on that end with a different customer that doesn't have my last name or address. And because I wanted to be thorough, I went ahead and called my neighbor a few doors down because they have the interruptible service set up on their home, and asked them if they received the letter that I received from DTE today. They said no. They didn't receive any mail or any letter from DTE Energy yesterday or today or the day before. The last communication they got from DTE was their bill. So DTE is doing these in my area, I believe is what it said. Yes, DTE is replacing this equipment in my area. So if they're going by area, the letter should have went out to everybody in the area. That would include my neighbors, especially the ones that are already on the interruptible service program. They do have smart meters. The radios are turned on. And just trying to weed out any possible variables that could be different. They have smart meters, radios enabled. They have the interruptible service controller that is the antiquated one, like the one on my house that they want to replace. So by rights, my neighbors should have received that letter that I received today. But only I got that letter with no date stamp on it. And it's just kind of funny how I had just put out a video about that just a few days prior. That's why I do believe I have a fan at DTE amongst my other fans here on YouTube. And I like to thank you all. You guys have helped me build this channel, showing your support, your love, and your words of encouragement, and many thanks. And that's what keeps me going and doing what I do. And, you know, the other thing that makes it easy is DTE is just a big, huge group of dirtbags that just need to be stomped on. And, you know, without anybody punching back, they're just going to do whatever they want, more so than they already do. But it's nice to know they're watching me. I do get great joy in that. I really do. So I'll go ahead and roll the little clip of the DTE representative that showed up today. And we can all have a little chuckle. I just wish my home surveillance cameras had audio in times like this, because I could only imagine what my lovely wife said to this guy. She's always nice, but meh, she has a way of getting her point across that can definitely rub some people wrong, and that's why I love her. So I hope everyone's doing well, and I'm glad you guys are along for the ride in watching DTE squirm and being caught in lies. And it's fun for me to take their own words and use them against them. They can't even keep track of their lies. They lie so much, they just can't even keep track of them. And they're dumb enough to put it in writing. And these are the clowns that run a monopoly right straight into the ground at the customer's expense, the consumer's expense, the taxpayer's expense. I wouldn't let these guys run a lemonade stand. they sure as hell shouldn't be running a power company. With that, I wish everyone well, and enjoy the gag reel of the DTE clown that showed up today. Have a nice night. Stop the DT monopoly. I'm out.